a sunset is the closing of something, and sometimes there are events in our life where things tend to sunset and God closes the door on things. And that's part of an interesting story I captured, was blessed to hear in Brendan's story. And I'm going to ask Brendan if he could tell us what it was that tended to sunset in his life that brought him on the Camino.
I had been away from the church for a couple of years, and I thought it was a great way to find a way back, you know. And so a lot of things had happened, and so I was very involved in the church. I worked in the church for 10 years. I loved it. It was my ministry. It was life-giving. And I thought I felt called to do that, and then things happened in my life, and it was taken away, and so I came on the Camino to kind of reflect on that and to see if I want to go back, you know, to because on the Camino you attend masses and if you want, and I started, and it was I felt every mass that I went to being pulled more back to what was life-giving in my life, you know, going to mass and participating in the Eucharist and participating in parish life.
What I appreciated is you had shared that you've always had a deep love for God. You've had a deep love
Yeah.
for the church.
Yeah. My parents, my dad was a deacon for 30 years. We were always involved in our parishes. My parish was St. Brendan's in Montreal. They named me after the parish as they were walking up. The story goes, such a homely baby, we better name him after after the church. But my parents and I grew up as a child with food banks and clothing banks and Christmas baskets and putting on variety shows at our parish. It was our parish in Montreal was the last English Catholic parish till Quebec City, so it was a very tight community, and so that's what I grew up with. And so working in the church was like putting on slippers. Really. Yeah.
Perfect. And then, so Santiago sunrises. So epiphany, certain things, insights come while you're walking the Camino. You have so much time to reflect upon life and to have old baggage that you can drop aside, things that have weighed you down certainly get left behind, and you have more time to appreciate new insights. Are there some new insights, some reflections that have come to you on your Camino?
I'm a fixer, right? I can fix, I fix things, and that's not always good. Sometimes you have to let people fix their own things, and what I've come away with on my Camino is that I can be a cheerleader for people, and I can be there to support them. But in the end, it's their decisions that they need to make to make their lives better. And I have a loved one that suffers with addiction, and let go, let God, and that's one of the revelations, or one of the things that has really permeated my thinking as I've been walking, is that I'm not God and I can't, and again, I'll be there to cheer them on, but in the end, it's between, in my case, my daughter and God.
Thank you for sharing that. And as on the Camino, you have to carry a light load because you walk hundreds of miles with baggage, and it's really just symbolic of the emotional baggage that we carry. And I think God gives us that gift so that we can cast some of it aside upon Him. And Brendan has had that gift in that discovery.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I have less rocks that I'm carrying.
Brendan, God bless you.
Yeah, thanks, Deacon.
Yeah. And for all that will share in this, that God would bless you and learn from Brendan's Camino, that we can all cast aside some of the unnecessary burdens that we carry. And from Deacon Willie with Lost and Found Along the Way, God bless you. Buen Camino.
Buen Camino.